Paso, Texas.
All the way from El Paso, Texas. Hello, everybody. How's it going? This is the TowerCast podcast, the towering podcast for the towering filmmaker. I am your humble and gracious host, Juan Paul Flores Vasquez, here with some wonderful people here today. Let me just take it around, pass it all the root to the
co-host. John Eric Castro here, trying to bring you guys a great episode. We got
the gravy.
De La O back there.
Yeah. Our director, keeping us young looking.
And then our editor, Austin. And then the star of the show today, Jerry Walker.
We have a very, very awesome guest with us today, Jerry Walker. How's it going, man?
Hey, doing great, man. Thank y'all for having me. You know, Tower Production is on point all the time.
Thank you. Yes. Recognition. Appreciate it.
Love it.
So what brings you to the neck of the woods, man?
Coming out, can't never deny y'all. Anytime, I'm here for you guys.
Appreciate
Done
it,
some great work with you guys. You guys are awesome. Great films.
Jerry Walker has been in a couple films. He's been in Assumed and
a bunch of other ones, man. Yeah, he's got a couple out there.
Timepiece.
That's the one we're gonna talk about today.
That's today's episode. Timepiece. Yeah.
All
so,
right.
Shoot, this is gonna be a little interesting because you're the only guy who's here, like from that movie.
Oh, wait.
Apart from the people who've worked on it, but
I thought y'all were guys.
I wasn't there yet. I wasn't born yet.
Wow.
No, I mean our director Carlos Del Torre wasn't able to attend for the podcast today.
First of all, man, what did you think of Carlos when he was directing you for this?
It was fun. I mean, compared to the challenges we had, if we're talking about Timepiece, man, you couldn't ask for more challenges.
What do you mean challenges? Like
the weather.
The weather.
Whoever was doing that leaf blower every time we got
Nobody said anything to him? Nobody be like...
It was way over there every...
Nobody gave him like $5 to shut the hell up?
The wind was going crazy. As soon as the wind stops, we either had a plane... policeman, someone's getting pulled over on Mesa all the time.
Oh my gosh.
And we fight. Okay, here we go.
I had forgotten about that, dude. I swear it's because we were shooting at UTEP.
Yeah, I remember that little...
And like somewhere on campus, some guy with the leaf blower.
Oh, no.
I would be like, all right, everybody take 5. We'll give him a sec. And then, all right, we're ready to go. It's complete silence. All right, mark it. We'll mark it. And then action, and then...
That dude was hiding behind a bush, man. He was just like...
So how many leaves are there really?
Oh my gosh.
So he was good to work with?
Yeah, it's great working with him. Great directions.
What about your co-star?
He was cool. UTEP football player.
Oh, really?
He was starting to get into acting. It wasn't bad at all. I mean, overall, the finished product worked great.
What did you think of the script when you first read it?
It was amazing. I was like, this is really cool.
One of those.
And the nice little special effects. I was like, that was cool.
Yeah.
That special effect was really cool.
The thing about Jerry is that you're always given these very serious roles, but you're actually a very like animated, just like person. Man.
Yeah, it's fun being in different roles, but having the funness of being super serious. I have to go into my bouncer world, then come back out and be the real me.
Okay.
What's your dream part, man? What's your one that you... Because I know you hate getting stuck with, like, the bouncer.
Right. I mean, something fun.
Do you want to be that action movie star, or do you want to be like that?
Oh, yeah. After doing stunts on the last one that messed up my shoulder.
Really?
I only need a stunt double. No, but action would be great, so I can actually use more of my martial arts I know.
You look like an action star, dude.
Comedy.
Like you could be on top of a building with, like, 2 guns and
nice.
stuff.
Heck yeah.
I'll be honest, one of my weird ones that my wife and my sister tells me I need to actually try and do one. They're like, you need to play a gay role. You need to be one of those.
It's gonna happen.
I see it.
Okay. I was like, sure, okay, no worries. I'm gonna pose, give me a call pose. I've got this.
Hey, man, that's a good role. Hell yeah.
Right, but it's gonna be fun. Anything that stretches out the norm.
The norm.
Okay.
Because you say you like horror movies. Would you like to be the villain, or would you like to be the hero on that one?
I want to do both. Well, like the villain getting immersed into darkness and still knowing that Jesus has my heart, so I can come back out of it.
Right.
It's like the only thing I would not want to play, honestly, after being asked, I would never want to be possessed.
I feel you.
I'd rather be. Sounds weird to say that, but I'd rather be the demon, the bad guy, the monster,
the puppet master.
Yeah.
What is it about the possession you don't like? The
opening up that much to that character might actually open it up to yourself in reality. that you may not be able to. Some of it might stick with you, you know.
Well, you were talking about something about that happened to you. That's why it's
Yeah.
a little
You have some
personal.
spooky stories you were telling us
Yeah,
before we
it's-
recorded.
I don't know if you want to open up, but it'd be kind of interesting. I don't know.
Okay, so and this is reality. As you know, as God is my witness, and it was when I was younger, maybe I would say I was like sophomore, freshman in high school. Actually,
Right.
we went to a church camp in Rio Doso, and one of my best friends, it was altar call time. It was like the third day. See, I'm already getting chills. It was really weird. My friend, her name is Trisha. She was about maybe 14, 13. Honestly, maybe 95 pounds wet. And when we were having our altar call, she went up, and halfway near the end, she just fell and started convulsing. So the camp counselors grabbed her, and I went to her because she was a good friend of mine. They made everyone else leave and literally started talking somewhat in tongues. If you're religious, you know,
Yeah.
in
Holy
tongues, but it was very dark and twisted. You heard deeper voices, and then she started convulsing, talking very dark, scripted, like the stuff you see in movies.
Yeah, like-
with, the worst thing I never say is The Exorcist, where you can hear her voice along with a darker, deeper entity voice. And you know, for her, there was two guys on her legs, two guys on her arm. I had her head, and they were asking who it was, who are you, and they wouldn't say a name, and started getting dark. Do you know anybody here? She literally would move her head around, and she just looked dead at me and said,
She
"I
knows you,
know
right?"
You, but it wasn't her voice. It was the entity, whatever, and it totally. I wanted to leave. I was gonna drop her head. They told, no, you have to stay. So I held her head, and then of course they started trying to do an exorcism, not like your typical Catholic holy water. They were just praying over her, and the entity got mad enough to kick a 300-pound person off of one leg while she is laying on the floor. And right there, I literally like dropped one hand and was trying to leave. The counselor told me to stay.
Be strong.
Long story short, it calmed down. Everything that we know was all right, and it was just so weird. That's why I was like, I can't do a possession scene. It's still
Well, no, you saw that sort of.
yeah, and this is what.
Damn, that's deep,
84,
man.
and it still will haunt me every once in a while. You know, and that's one of the few. You know how we were talking about earlier about my horror level.
Yeah,
Is that where you get your attraction to that stuff? Just because?
Because I wouldn't think that would attract you more.
Right? No, actually, I was watching horror movies since I was 4. You know,
Get out of here.
I kid you not. My mom, there was a TV show called I think it was Vincent Price Masterpiece Theater,
I think I heard that one.
and you would go in the beginning. You'd walk in a room, kind of like a museum, and it'll pan through different pictures, and they'll say, okay, this picture. Then you go into that picture. Started the movie.
Oh, yeah.
It was really cool, and my mom's like, okay, you can keep watching it until you get scared. And being that young, and I'll never forget, I don't know the movie, but I remember the ending because the guy died, and the camera panned through the dirt as at the end of the funeral. So it keeps going. You see the little rocks. It goes into the casket, and it sits there for a split second or two, maybe like 3 beats, and all of a sudden the head just swole. You're in there. I was like, whoa.
At 4 years old?
Oh man, my mom said I hit the doorway, it flew. And that was it. Wasn't allowed to watch horror movies for about 5-6 years. I was like,
Damn.
it scared the living daylights out of me, man.
But I mean, you still love him, right?
Now I love them, yeah.
This is a guy who owns a hearse. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like this guy's like nearly a Ghostbuster. you know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir. That's some fun times driving that around town.
That's pretty interesting.
People
man.
give you some weird looks, but
But like with this film, it's not at all horror. But since you do kind of, because I mentioned like you get a lot of roles where you're the sort of like the grounded person and stuff.
mm-hmm.
Do you think that like maybe how do you go to that? Like you live a kind of chaotic
life.
Yeah. And then you kind of just get these roles where you're more the grounded person and stuff.
I think in life we're all gotta be grounded a little bit. We have our wildness, but if we subside to just that wildness, we'll never grow.
Right.
So being grounded and being able to play a grounded person, with the way I was raised, respect and, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, believe in God first. That helps me stay grounded.
Right.
And it helps to keep my wild craziness to its limits and not go far deep in. It's fun to just be the character we're supposed to be in life, being my age, you're supposed to already be like $100,000 job. You're supposed to be in that suit, tie, tucked in. And so I get to play those roles sometimes given, or the opposite of being a bouncer and throwing people on their head. Yeah. I was like,
or from Better Call Saul, you were right next to him.
Oh yeah, this
right.
is Better Call Saul.
I had to be the only time being in prison forever that long.
But yeah, you get those roles, right?
Yeah.
So you want to...
They get that look like, yeah, he looks like he was a gangbanger or a bouncer.
He's done a couple of years.
Yeah, let's just make him look that way.
What got you... How did you meet the Tower production team?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question. How did you meet these guys?
Carlos and them, I think it was... That's a good question. How did we meet, Austin? I was like thinking, it's been so long. Was it at one of the...
I think, if anything, the first time we met was at...
Was it a film festival?
No. We met to discuss for Depth of Field.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I think we met like at a Starbucks or something.
Yeah, that's right. The Starbucks on Loop 375. Yeah.
That's the first time we met and first time we worked with Jerry.
Yeah, and had me audition in front of people like, what's going on?
We were young and naive. Didn't know what we were doing. But yeah, I mean, Jerry's been great with us and we love working with them. And
yeah, I love the stories you guys put out. Yeah. And that one was a really cool story.
It was an interesting.
Yeah, that was a really interesting. Kind of hit home because of my vision issues.
But you got to work with it, yeah.
Yep. And that was really cool.
And what about, you came out in Beaten too? How was that like?
Beaten was...
Because it was a long process for that one, right?
Yeah, that was a labor of love. Almost 3 years doing it.
Arturo's awesome too, right?
Yeah,
it's winning some awards at Las Vegas, festival?
We actually up to 35 awards, man.
Really? Wow.
Whoa, I didn't even know it was that much.
I was blessed with 2 best actors.
Yeah.
The one I'm the most stoked about was just happened on Vegas was best cast ensemble.
Wow.
So I was like, wow, someone like this as a cast, which I think is as a film. As an actor, I think that will be the pinnacle. Well,
Mr. Mitamotos was also in that film, so you guys are like kind of a...
It was a duel. Yeah, they were all after me. That was another comedy, half goon, half wannabe, all acting nervous, and it was a good time. It's talk about labor of love. That's hats off to our local indie makers that no budget, absolutely no budget. All out of his pocket.
It could be done.
And it can be done. People think, oh, it's indie, it's not going to be good. No, it can be good. A lot of the indie films here are excellent.
Especially, you say, if you have a good cast.
You get a good cast and get the right people with that determination. No one that just wants to hurry up, it's out. That's take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Have your vision, work on that vision, don't take the shortcuts. If it takes a year to come out, let it take a year.
Oh, yeah.
It takes 3 years, let it take 3 years. Because you'll be honestly impressed with your project. With him doing the editing, the videoing, the boom mics, all of us holding mics. And
he's
playing multiple roles. It was amazing.
Puts in the work.
This is a question we tend to ask a lot, but what is it like to work with Tower compared to maybe some other productions that you've done?
Oh, that's a little put it on the spot, but...
Okay, yeah, since I'm on here in the hot seat. No, actually, Tower's great. They took care of us. It was one of the first projects that, went on, and I was like, okay, what are we going to do? I don't know these people. How's it really going to be? You always go with your blinders up, especially being new, a new actor, B, with a new production, being burnt from a previous one. What's going to happen to the reel? Is it ever going to be seen? And from day one, even... As he said, the youngness of us doing it right there at Starbucks, I was like, okay, cool. They're kind of serious. We're going to do it right here. Okay, let's go. And then when I got it, and it said, okay, meet over here. where? I've never been to Alameda in a supermarket. So I go to the supermarket. Oh, we're over here. Whoop.
Oh yeah, in the cooler.
On the cooler. Oh, that's cool because, you know, you care enough to go find a location that fits what you're doing.
Tower.
You know, that was amazing. And then on the next one with Timepiece, it was just really, really cool. And then
apart from all the hiccups from airplanes and all
but that's a good thing. I mean, they were like, we're gonna do it now. We have the time. I was like, man, it's windy. Are you sure you want to do it? We'll make it work. And yeah, they did. They made it work, you know. And I was just never forget all those little things. If people actually knew everything that went behind the scene of a movie, they'd be like, wow, these guys, you get a new vision of what people go through.
Yeah.
You know, I had a new respect for sound editing and video editing after seeing that.
Yeah, me too. After being there,
there's no way any of this is usable. It was like,
no, they didn't make it work.
And they did. They made it work a lot.
It sucks that we don't have Carlos here because I was actually going to ask him about the ending because it was such a
trip.
trip.
I was like, go walk behind the tree. Okay. And then after I saw the finished product, I was like, oh, that's cool. Right? I was like,
have you ever dabbled with writing?
I have a couple of scripts in my head, but as soon as I sit down like this, I'm like, I'm not a writer. This
that
isn't
happens,
working.
That happens.
You just told us like amazing stories. Like you're a storyteller,
Right?
right?
And I was just like, I just can't put
Especially
it to paper.
it happens, dude. Just start
I
writing.
was just like, with just some of the crazy things that's happened in my life. I mean, I'm not here to, preach religion, but if it wasn't for God, bro, I would not be here. You know, you hear that all the black people say that, all these older cats say it, but nah, I mean, just even bouncing 20 years, the stuff we went through that we're like, how the hell aren't we dead? You know, how are we not in the hospital? How are we not, limping permanently? But we've been blessed. I mean, I just wish I had that capacity to write. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try a trick that Robert and Art told me, just start recording it. And then just give it to us. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to try that. I was like, let's see what happens.
So, hey, you have this recording right here.
Right,
so
there you go.
So you're saying you have a couple of ideas?
I've got some real ideas. I have a horror movie that's in my head that I want to make it enough where people want to leave the theater.
Ooh.
And not from gore. Just from like just the suspense.
It's too much.
There's like, this is like what's gonna? I want people to go home with their lights on all day. Putting flashlights under their beds.
Driving. Yeah.
Why is everyone not driving with their dome light on? Oh, they must have saw the movie.
Yeah, one of those would be dope, dude.
I really want to. I know there's people out there that are trying to push that envelope of horror, but a lot of movies that I don't like, they want to depend on jump scares. We were talking about that. Jump scares are cool once in a while, but I want to make a movie or even watch a movie that just pulls you in.
Right.
Just makes you like, why am I in this?
Makes you want to doubt, like, yo, I don't want to see the next thing.
Right, you're like, this is really life now. You get that movie that pulls you in. And there's some cool ones out there that I'm really, really excited to see. So we'll hope.
Well, what's your top 3 horror films of all time? Since you're a horror buff. And don't say Exorcism.
I don't want to do Exorcism.
No.
That's everybody.
We want Jerry Walker's
because
top 5.
that freaked everybody out.
That's what freaked me out.
That I've actually seen like.
And
one,
it can be like old school.
It's kind of old school kind of gore. I Spit on Your Grave 1 and 2.
Okay, so that's definitely one that we watch.
That's one you have to watch. A Japanese one called Old Boy. And that one's more of a mental mess with your mind type of thing. And of course, Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds.
Oh, okay.
I love Alfred Hitchcock.
That is a classic.
That's a classic for sure.
And then one more, I'll sneak this one in, and you guys are gonna think it's cheesy. But it was another one that scared me when I was a little kid. Was Dracula's Dog. Old school Dracula's Dog.
That's a movie?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
It sounds cheesy, but it was like early 70s. I just burned in my brain.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was a Twilight Zone episode, I think it's called Daddy I Love You. It was about a porcelain doll.
Oh,
And
from Twilight?
I
Yeah.
absolutely can't stand porcelain dolls now because of that. I can go, okay, psycho killer here, death there, porcelain doll, I'm out. I'm out.
I don't fuck with dolls.
Because it's going to move. I know it's going to move.
It's going to look at me.
Oh yeah, but it's been great. It's horrors. I mean, it gets your blood flowing.
You've worked on a couple horror films. I know I saw one at Media Fest that you.
Oh yeah,
you played like the
voodoo guy.
voodoo doctor. Yeah.
We did that for try to get a contest for Annabelle.
Oh, that's what it was for.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't make it, of course, but
What was that one?
Yeah.
That what were you?
I was a voodoo priest, pretty much.
A voodoo priest.
And then Micah, who you guys worked with before,
Yeah.
he comes in asking for, wanting to cast a spell on somebody. So I give him the instructions. And it was kind of more of a horror comedy.
Okay.
Which is really cool. And I keep telling Art, man, can we make this a real movie? Because this has got the potential to really be
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
So, and it was a little quick 3-minute,
Oh,
if you get
okay.
the extended version, it's like 5. Then it got picked up and bought by, you can watch it on, called Tales of the Inferno
What? Okay.
on Amazon. They picked it up and it's kind of like their
Tales of the
version-
Inferno.
It's their version of like, Elvira. So the hostess looks similar to Elvira.
Oh, the
She's got-
vampiress.
yeah, she's got different, I think there's like 5 or 6 movies on the whole film.
Oh,
So,
okay. okay.
Really?
What was it again? What is it again?
Tales of the Inferno.
Tales of the Inferno.
What do
Check
you,
that
one thing I do remember when I met you, it was during Assumed. I was just doing behind the scenes. I was like just a little whippersnapper at the time.
But that's fun though.
No, but
Yeah,
one thing I like about you is that you always bring like this really nice energy.
Oh, thank you.
To
I
the
appreciate
set.
that.
I remember you and oh my gosh, you and the main lead of Assumed. Jeez, man. Julian, I go blank with names, man.
Julian.
There was like a point where you guys had to do this really kind of like long take with you guys were dashing
Yeah.
across.
Right.
And I remember you guys got like tired to the point where like you guys were massaging each other.
Right.
Like,
Come on, we can do this.
Yeah, you
We
got.
can do
Yeah, I
this.
remember
Come on.
that.
Yeah, you
I
have-
remember
yeah,
it. I really like that.
It was fun.
Was that the kind of energy you like to bring to a set?
Yeah, I think we have to have fun, even though it's serious, because depending on the role, if you have to really get deep to cry or really get deep in anger to feel that presence that you're bringing in, and you got to relax and let some of that out because 5 or 6 takes to get one shot is gonna wear you out a lot, And like, I had to give it up to Julian, man. When he cried on that scene, I was just like, dude, that's the best acting I've seen in a long time.
Julian,
I was just
gotta
like,
even though
give
my
him
name
credit.
was going blank though, but Julian is similar to you. You guys are both like leading men here in El Paso.
He's
really.
amazing though, man. He's doing extremely well. So, props out to you, Julian. I'm still watching you, bro.
Yeah.
What's kind of like your goal as an actor? Because from what I get out of you, man, it feels like you're just hustling. Like you're just out there really trying to get your name out there.
I got into the game late. I mean, just really only.
What'd you get into the game? You like the performing part? You like
It was weird.
turning into somebody else?
I like performing, I guess, in a way. Here's
Did you
a
ever do
little
like
secret.
anything in high school? Like
High school, nah. I mean, elementary school, I remember I was being the page in Cinderella, so I had to project my voice on stage. And then my real acting, I guess you can say, is I was a mascot locally, professionally
Cool.
for the Buzzards for 3 years.
For the Buzzards?
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, so shout out to Swoop, me, and Swoop Junior John. I was like, and I just was just wild, the way I got the job. I was out there dancing and didn't care.
Yeah, man, trying to make
doing a
something.
YMCA, just having a blast in life, because you got to, life, especially now, man. You guys gotta find an outlet. If you're angry, find an outlet. Hit the gym.
That's a good way to put it.
Martial arts. Become an actor. Do something.
Keep you occupied.
Because these kids now, they're I can't take this, and shooting up schools and stuff like that. That's gotta quit,
Yeah.
man.
yeah.
And kind of off subject, parents, talk to your kids, man. It's important.
Yeah. Those emotions can get bottled up.
Well, you've had you've even been in a film about that stuff. Active contrition.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that one kind of was a fun role because it had to get deep.
It's interesting.
Right.
Yeah, when I have to be a stepfather, number one, which is hard.
Shout out to Damien.
Right?
Yeah,
Damien.
yeah.
Damien.
Dude,
Yeah, Damien Alonso.
Damien.
Both of you guys, man.
You're gonna go very far, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling them.
Very
Keep
far.
He was in
that
the last
passion.
episode, so
Don't
yeah,
lose
yeah.
that.
That's how we just talked about it.
Dude, my love for you, because that.
Oh, we gotta
kid
go
is-
over there to LA with them, dude.
Oh yeah, I told him
Yeah.
if I don't make it big or big enough, I will be your bodyguard, bro.
Have you two ever worked together? in a film?
Actually,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
did.
Really?
Depth of Field.
And what was the other one?
We did a couple of other ones.
It wasn't Cut, was it?
Nah, I didn't come out on that one.
There was another one we did. There's another great actor.
What's your guys' favorite memory together?
Having fun, actually.
Yeah, man. When we're in the cooler, dude.
The
learning
cooler
about
one was
this guy a
just
lot,
really,
yeah. And then we have to
really
do our
cool.
scene. It was pretty cool.
and it was different. I was like, these guys gonna like me? I'm just gonna be.
It's
me.
Gavin. Work with him a lot. I mean, I definitely want to work with him a lot more.
And I even more so.
Any movies?
Tower.
Exactly.
Tower.
But any movies you want to talk about that you're coming up?
Coming in,
you want people talking about? Or?
Sure, man. I'm Rod. I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but
Oh yeah.
Sins of the Mother.
Sins of the Mother.
Should be. We're doing table reads, and I'm with Tatiana. Rod Smith is Tatiana's an actress from LA, actually, that's in Albuquerque.
Oh, okay.
And I'm learning so much because this is different. We're literally having a read every week.
That's good. That's good.
But it's over the phone, so it's
that's
more
weird.
challenging.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is kind of cool.
Over the phone or
over like the phone?
Oh, just
not even
just
video.
audio.
Yet, and Rod's telling, okay, I want you to sound like this, sound like more Hellraiser-ish, and so it's gonna be a fun stretch. It's one
process.
of my nice. I kind of wanted to be in a horror movie, so yeah, it's gonna be sweet. Play a demon, and it's gonna be a nice twist. The story is insane.
Look out for that one.
Yes, and I just got SAG eligible.
I was just about to ask you about that. I was just about to ask you about that.
On a movie called Death in Texas that
Death
should
in
be
Texas.
coming. It's already, check out IMDb, Death in Texas.
Death in Texas.
I got to say some speaking lines with Josh Anston, who was in Beverly Hills Cop. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
so that
cool.
was really cool. And
Yeah,
it was
Jerry
amazing
Walker.
the
What did
you play?
difference, man. I played a bouncer, go figure, at a strip
Nice.
club.
Hey, man.
But hey,
Yeah.
Hey, you
Michael
pulled from
Clark
that.
Duncan,
Exactly.
that's where he started
Yeah.
at a Players Club. So hey,
Okay.
if that's
Jerry
the start,
Walker, check him out.
And then, I gotta give out shouts to JD Furries, the movie.
Yes,
It's
sir.
Okay.
another horror comedy
Okay.
about a psychotic furry that goes around killing other furries.
It's about time someone made a movie like that, man.
Yeah, man.
I
Finally.
got some furry
Okay.
friends out here.
Okay.
Somebody put in
and
a
I
paper.
play actually more of an African. I ended up playing a dealer at a furry con. And he said, "Oh, let's make it more fun. Use your African accent." So it was kind of fun. To
That's cool.
Do
I can see-
something
I can see
different.
it.
So it was a great.
I don't know if you want to dabble into this, but
Mm-hmm.
since I guess in a way you're the first SAG actor we've ever talked with. I mean, honestly,
Oh,
I'm not sure if you.
there.
I'm not sure if you want to dabble into this, but how do you go about into getting that
That's true for
That
anybody
entry.
out there that really doesn't know.
It's like
a
mafia
big
type,
deal.
right?
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. Like I said, I'm SAG eligible. I still don't know. Don't hold this against me, SAG, yet. About joining yet because it is expensive.
Yeah, and then you gotta let them know
And-
for a lot of things.
Yeah, and they restrict you on a lot.
Exactly.
Of things. And being here in El Paso, the film industry is getting bigger and bigger. We still gotta fight Austin to get that incentive down here so we can bring these SAG
I agree.
events here. SAG is great. Yeah, they pay well, but then you can't do indie films.
Exactly.
You're limited on who you can work with, what you can do. And I was like, man, I love the art, and
And if somebody gives me a good script, that's
I'm like, say, hey, I'm gonna look, I'm gone.
Yeah.
No money, just feed me, I'm good.
I feel you.
And that's the drawback. That's the only drawback.
But-
But on the positive note, on your resume you see SAG
Yes.
eligible. They're like, oh well,
They'll get a different.
that might get a
second
better.
look.
Yeah, it
For
gets
sure.
a better second look.
Okay.
And those that are out there looking for it, hopefully I'm not a plug, but Actors Access is where you can find a lot
Yeah.
of stuff. It's a free to join, but when you submit, you have to pay a whopping $2.
Really? Okay.
Just to submit. $2.
Damn,
I want my
that's not bad.
$2. But
That's awesome, man.
just put in the work.
Yeah.
Having an agent's great. I don't have one currently, but just busting your butt looking for things.
Yeah, that's the next thing for me, man. I gotta look for an
and
agent.
don't be afraid. A lot of people and it's kind of funny. I've heard so many actors locally. Oh, I don't want to drive to Albuquerque. It's just an extra role. It's just an extra role.
Right.
It's
I'm
a
like-
role.
And I turn around, dude. Have you been on a real set?
Exactly.
It's different from what we do here.
Mm-hmm.
Indie, you're like boom, boom. You're hustling harder, But over there in a difference, like in the movie, they have time So they might have you sit there, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. Dude, you're being paid out of the hour. Who cares how long you're there?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, after 8 hours, it's overtime.
Yeah.
I'm on, shoot, I'll stay here all day. Let's work, you know. And if you get a chance to do it, you watch the scene. Watch what people are doing.
Yeah, that's what people miss. Like, while you're there, don't just be bored. Check it out, man. Look, you know, analyze.
Yeah, become that one that stands out, you know. When they tell you be quiet, shut up and listen.
That's the key, yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll be like,
those
hey,
opportunities might show up.
Yeah, they're like, hey, I like the way he acted. You know, he listened. He was there. Okay, yeah, let's... And, you know, their casting directors are there. Your casting agents are there, usually. You know, for the big guys, and they're just watching people the way you work. And if you're hungry, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
You know, like I used to say, they're like, why'd you go all the way over there? It's basically comes out for free. I work indie films in El Paso. It's free. At least this way I can see bigger people. I can watch how they act. I can watch the whole scenes behind it.
Hopefully.
You know, and notice the difference between
there.
movie taking time and TV shows where they are making you literally run. Okay, go change.
So
you got 2 minutes. Get back over here.
I've heard that too.
They make you move, and you're like, okay, no, I don't need to go. No, you got a spot. Go. You know.
Yeah.
But
what's the biggest note you've taken from being on a set?
from the biggest on the set? Honestly, listen to directions.
Is it like know your place, kind of?
Yeah, it's kind of like a know your place because if I can say, like when on Independence Day, man, there's a group of people just talking. I literally like, okay, right here, I'm gonna go over this side, you know?
Okay.
Because when they tell you shut up, be quiet, for son's nice, you know, they're like, be quiet, okay. Y'all shut up, you know, because you're causing money. You know?
Yeah.
Every retake they do, that's money. So you're like, yeah, pull away. You're not being arrogant, you're not being facetious. You're just like, you know what? I'm gonna be quiet so I can know my place. This is what I have to do. It's a job.
Professional,
you have to do this. Be professional. Even if it's the smallest little thing. Be as professional. Be as kind. Be polite.
That's gold.
And learn. Really learn. Take every opportunity is out there to learn. Even local film. Learn. Watch the other actors. You know, because in El Paso, unfortunately, we don't have a big acting school.
Yeah.
We have a few little classes that pop up. And unfortunately, those of us doing indie, we work 9 to 5, you know.
Yeah.
And you've got to, whenever you're on set, learn from the actor. You know, everyone has something to give.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's what not to do. Sometimes it's, wow,
Preach.
I never thought about doing it that way.
How long have you been acting?
Honestly, I started on Save Me like in 2004.
Really? Wow.
But then
really?
I stopped for a while. And then from there, it's the little things, man. To be honest, Save Me, which was a web series. Shout out Chris Jones.
Chris Jones, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris Jones.
From there, they saw me when I posted. And guys, actors, a quick side note: don't think you're being conceited by putting what you're in out there on social media. It's the way how you do it, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're saying, hey, check out this, check out that. Some people think you're conceited. Other people are like, you know what?
No, he's
Put
working.
your work out there.
That's good that you said that because a lot of people do that. Does go through their head. Where it's
Yeah,
like, I don't want to share
you're
that.
like, but guess what? If especially indie film, if we don't know where it's gonna be at, how's anyone gonna see it?
True.
Exactly.
And with Save Me, I was putting the episodes on, and that's how all of a sudden my Facebook, hey, go to audition for this. They're looking for Independence Day. They're looking for a big dude that will fit. Okay, I'll go to the audition. You know, and just in auditions, you're not gonna get them all. You know, I was blessed for Independence Day.
Independence Day Resurgence?
Yeah.
Really?
I play a Milky-Eyed guy that had a nice scar.
What?
And
I saw that in the theater, actually.
Yeah. And then we went to go see it, and it was like, yes, Jay! I was like,
no way. Huh.
Quiet. You know?
Hey.
What was that experience like?
It was amazing. I mean, that is one of my top experiences.
Really?
Because being in the makeup with the prosthetics on your face,
Feels
I
legit.
got to be in the star makeup tent, not the ones that all the extras were in.
You were heavy makeup.
Yeah, I'm scarred up with the white contact. And as I'm sitting there, the door opens. Never forget this moment. The door opens. Here comes Jeff Goldblum.
Whoa.
I was like,
whoa.
and I was like, oh, let me get up. And, you know, the makeup artist is like, you want to? He's like, he just comes up, literally shakes my hand, says, you know what? Thank you for what you're doing. I know that's uncomfortable, but I really appreciate what you're doing for me. I was like, whoa.
Dang.
Cool. And I was like, why did they sometimes you don't want to listen to every rule they say with not having a camera on set.
Yeah.
I had a photo op time.
You're like,
And then, the next day had to do it. He comes in, still love it, introduced me to his wife, talking about the dog.
That's cool, man.
Cool.
Jeff Goldblum.
Because he didn't have to do that.
No, he doesn't. He's one of the coolest people out there, man.
Sweet.
And then met, what is his name? I'm terrible with actors' names.
Was it
The big black guy that people sometimes thought was me.
who was that?
Famous?
It's it's a French name. He plays the commander of the African force, the Congos. It's his name. It's right here at the tip of my
What was
tongue.
he in? What else was he in?
He was in Moulin Rouge. He's a big
Rouge.
black gay guy in Moulin Rouge. He was
I don't know his name, but yeah, I know
he
you're
was
talking
in Game
about.
of Thrones, the only black guy in Game of Thrones. Lasted 2 episodes before he got killed.
No, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Diobia. That's his name. His name was Diobia. Really cool. I mean, it's just amazing that most everyone on set was British. People you would not think were British were like, what?
That's weird, yeah.
So, but you get to, that's one thing, you do your work so you can learn from these people.
Okay.
Learn how to act, how not to act. There's going to be a lot of conceited people out there. There's going to be, but don't be that conceited one. Be the one that's proud and thankful for what you got. Show what you got, and people know, at least they know, hey, you are really acting. You are working. It's not about look at me. I'm just showing you guys, hey, and not just you as the actor, but be proud in that production.
Yeah.
The
overall picture.
Check it out. Check not just me. Check out the quality Towers
The
doing.
story.
Check everybody. The whole thing is it's about giving back to everything.
True.
And being that way, you're gonna grow. People are gonna, hey, I remember seeing them in this. Boom, let's get it.
And it does happen.
It does.
It does happen.
And then when they say sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. If you put it out there, people start knowing you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be honest. I went on a couple auditions. I didn't get the roles. You know.
How's that like, man? Being in those, because I've been in a couple, like maybe 2 or 3, where it's just like, I know I didn't get this.
I mean,
Right.
if you've been in Independence Day, I assume there's been other like roles that you wanted to get as well.
Oh yeah, that one's.
What do you learn from that? Because man, that's
I'll
something
be
actors
honest.
don't
The
really.
one that's crazy was I went to Rio Doso for Fanboy 13 that they're
Fanboy
still
13.
filming. It's a horror film based off of Friday the 13th.
Oh, cool.
Fanboy 13. Okay.
And Deborah Voorhees is a producer writer. She was also. And do you remember us horror fans? Voorhees, yes, Michael Voorhees. He's it's about people killing a fanboy killing off the Scream Queens.
Whoa.
And so I'm all there. Yes, I'm
Wow.
gonna read for. Okay, I'll read for this little short role of an announcer. That kind of be energetic. I'm like, cool. You're getting there. You got the line memorized because you're trying to get off script, especially if it's something short. You
Yeah,
wanna
so
walk
you can
in
show
there.
'em. Yeah.
I learned this right away. As I'm walking to the door, she goes, "Here, also learn this one." I'm like, what?
Oh.
Be a cop? Okay. And then your mind just went, boom.
Yeah. The whole energy that
So,
you just had.
you go in there, you're trying to bring back that energy, like, yeah. And, okay, let's do the cop one.
Well, you actors always get thrown curveballs. Like, how do you handle that?
gosh.
Well, you just got to improv and step up to the plate.
Yeah, you got to try to knock it out as hard as you can.
But that's hard. Like right when you're about to hey, learn this.
It just killed it. And I was like, okay. But then, short story, I didn't get the role. But it was cool because they said, well, you take direction well. Because they're like, change it this way. So you try to do exactly what they said.
Yeah.
Okay, change it this way. Do exactly what they said. Okay, cool. So I'm like, wait, you told me to change all this just because you want to see my range? Or,
Man,
but
yeah.
it works sometimes,
Yeah.
But the more you change those curveballs,
Yeah.
and some people say, you know what? I like him just because he can take direction.
That's what you hope for
Yeah.
sure. That's
Because when you turn it and you can hit that curve, maybe a foul ball down the baseline. But they're like, you know what? We can still give him enough time to follow our direction, and you're going to knock it out the park.
Really?
that's kind of like plan B. Like I hope at least that happens.
Yeah, I was like, that actor gets sick, stub his toe.
yeah.
Hey, remember you auditioned for this like a month ago? What? Oh, yeah. Can you? Yes, I'm already on my
I'm there,
way.
man. I'm driving there already.
So, and
It's like for a timepiece, going back to a timepiece, what movie did you think of, or what character did you kind of like?
you know what was kind of funny? I went through like the whole Back to the Future.
I was thinking Doug Brown.
Yes.
And then Loopers.
Ooh.
You know?
okay.
So it's all about
Bruce
time
Willis.
travel coming back.
Oh, okay,
you
like
know?
in the diner scene when
Yeah,
they're
he was like, boom, boom. I was like, oh, cool.
I
And
see
then
that.
the way I would always think is like, what would I tell my younger self in reality? You
Ooh.
know,
That's the question
Like,
we all have, right? Like,
don't go to that concert and meet that chick. Just run, bro. Just run. You know?
If she says
yes, we all want to
It's
do that.
like, you know, it's
Go back to 5th grade, dude. Don't,
you know,
don't.
it was really cool trying to actually see on film, you know, exactly what I almost got to do. You know, yeah, it's scripted, but you still put your emotion. Like, man, if I could go back.
Yeah,
in
that was the
8th grade,
mentality.
You know, I would have said, "Don't look" when they said the teacher's coming in your first fight. But you look, come back, and now you got a scar for your life. You know, but you're just
I
like,
feel you.
just duck. But then you think about, man, with Timepiece, it puts you in that perspective of
Right.
even before Terminator. You think it's like, okay, if I go back in time, I change one thing. What does the future do?
Ooh,
How much does that change?
that little butterfly effect.
Yeah, you know how, you know, sometimes like we talked about my kids and stuff. I would think, man, if I would just not go to that concert and ran away, you know. But then you think about it, man, do you really want to go back and change it that much? Because I love my kids, you know.
Exactly, right?
It
Like,
was a
your kids
dope-
wouldn't be...
Exactly. You wouldn't be here, or would they be different? It's something that you always got to think of, you know.
It's always on your head, for sure.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason.
But it's fun to put yourself in that position. That's why, okay, I'm going to go back. I'm going to sit there, put some of that emotion, but you can't put too much of it because he's not supposed to know you're
Exactly,
you
yeah. Yeah,
until
you-
the end.
Right,
You know?
right.
You got to keep that confusion, and it was just fun. I'll admit, and then watching Al and them fight on the side, salute the Rock and having all that good
That's
stuff.
good,
that
yeah,
happened. And there's so many jewels that you'll get to keep off of every set. Like
Yeah.
we were talking about the leaf blower and the comedy part of it, but also the friendships you meet with the actors. You
Right.
know,
That's cool,
it's
man.
really cool.
Appreciate that.
What was your favorite memory like being on set? Like a conversation you had with one of the actors or directors?
I
cast
mean,
members?
the directors is my favorite memory of you take from everyone. I love watching people grind for what they want.
Yeah.
You know, fighting the elements. You know, dealing with the changes in a meat locker. You know, being able to handle take after take without losing your mind. You know, it's the memories are just golden. Every set, you're gonna have something you keep with you, even if you're on set for that cliche, no small role is a small role.
Right.
You know, it sucks at first when you're like, oh man, I'm spending 5 hours here to be 0.6 seconds on the film. But you learn.
Yeah.
You know, it learns. It's a start.
Right.
It's on your resume.
We were just talking about
Even if it's just a little...
yeah. No,
Hey,
yeah.
that came
You
out.
walk by like this.
Hey, shout out to James Brown who was in the background, but I mean, he really played that.
He played it
crazy guy.
great,
in the
and
background.
it's like, you know, and then you learn that there's different stages in film: an extra, a background, a featured extra, then speaking roles, then that. But you know what? And my girl, my wife Yvonne, and my sister that know, like, if they can see a movie, oh, he was so and so on this, and this, and this. And she's a big Sex and the City fan. That's my punishment. Whenever I have to make her watch a horror movie, I have to watch a Sex and the City episode.
I
But
feel
it's
you,
amazing.
man.
She goes, hey, Mayhem used to be an extra on Sex and the City.
Oh, really?
I'm like, what? No.
She knows
and
that.
now he's doing these, big roles
Yeah.
and being insurance commercial, getting paid $4,000 every time it plays. They're like, wow. So it makes you feel good to say, oh yeah, he was an extra in this. He was an extra in
Right.
that.
Same thing with X-Files. That's what I've been watching.
We were talking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. There's like
Yeah.
a lot of people like, dude, he was just an extra and now that's Ryan Reynolds. Right?
You're
You're like, damn.
What were you doing back then?
Yeah.
It's like,
Doing what you're doing now. So yeah, you're
it's like just grinded. I mean,
Talking about that, have you ever thought about writing a book?
ooh.
Because you
Wow.
you got a lot of stuff in there.
No, a
that,
biography would be awesome.
not yet.
like maybe like one of those that release it once I'm dead or something.
yeah, like here, my
Yeah, something like that.
It's kind of weird. I never even thought of writing a book because, like I said, my writing.
Because I want to get you
skills are-
writing, man. Because you say that you've been through stuff.
Man,
you've
I've
seen
been
stuff.
through a lot. I mean, thinking of you guys like with the podcast, I wanted to do like Tales of a Bouncer. because they're so.
I
And y'all
paid
don't
you.
take that. I'll work with you guys.
That's all right.
I'll work with these
Trademark.
guys. Okay.
We already paid for that.
Hey.
You got to give us the pilot like right now.
Yes, we're getting pilot.
Dude,
This is a poor boy patent right now on camera.
Fine already. But dude,
right?
dude, being a bouncer, that's true, man.
And you'll be surprised how much crap we see from different clubs, and you're like, man, y'all don't go through all that because the bouncer in the club, it's all about the DJ, the bartender.
And then you drunk
And
people.
then the drunk people that we have to deal with.
Exactly.
You know, we have to deal with all that they cause for us. So I was like, we need to start
write a
talking.
horror film about a bouncer or something like that, man.
It'll be great.
That'd be dope, man.
I really want to hear a story now, at least one, Jerry.
Yeah, man.
You got to give us at least one, man.
What's one that stayed with you that either you learned or you just kind of like, oh man, like maybe some drunk guy pushed you and thought you were somebody. I don't know.
You know what is funny? It's the funniest stories I guess any bouncer can say, especially being my height and size, is the little chihuahuas, I call them. Oh man, they get that. They get Superman juice in them.
That liquid courage.
That liquid courage there, like 5'2", 65 pounds, wet, and then you're like, calm down, dude, calm down. You're okay. Just relax. No, man. And like my bouncing crew, there was a point where we worked almost 9 years together.
Okay,
so we knew where
good.
everyone, and we were all the same. We had fun. We joked around with people. So we're not being the typical buttholes of, I'm the shit, you ain't nothing.
Yeah,
you know, because there are bouncers out there.
Yeah.
Not calling anyone out, because there are some bouncers out there when they're supposed to be taking care of the club, they're too busy trying to flex or hook up with a
Or
chick.
flirt, yeah.
You know,
I got
And
into
I'm like-
one of the bouncers.
De La O does that a lot here.
and I was like,
Always.
but it's those ones that like you're like,
What the hell, man? Like, I'm just back here.
I'm
like,
sorry.
well, you
defends
know what? They
himself?
put a Valari back in the day, man. Were you one of those blue boys?
Blue boy.
Yeah, I'm showing my age, right?
I was one of the chihuahuas.
But the little kid like jumped in my face. I'm like, dude, now if I grab you, and that's why I don't bounce no more because of these cameras in the world.
Yeah, now it's like very tricky, like to defend yourself.
Because they hit you in the back of the head with a bottle. You're like, thank God that didn't break, but it hurt, and I'm about to beat the snot out of you. And when you're ready to throw them out, then you're like, okay, people are looking at me. Oh, why is he throwing that little guy out like that?
Because they can start
Then
recording at the wrong.
Yeah, they
true,
record at that
true.
point where, he threw him over a car.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, that was me. Why do you do that guy like that?
Yeah.
That's true.
But you don't see that, he hits you and
They don't see
all
that part.
Or if he does hit you and you're like in shock, why'd you let that guy hit you like that? So you're like, it's a catch-22. And at the end, if you guys do mess up at the club, remember, the number one goal of a bouncer is to go home to his family and
that's
protect
true.
everyone else that's not acting stupid.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, that's something like that was one of my stories. It's always these little kids would like to. Oh, and the other one was. Oh man, I don't even want to tell this one. But
It's all good, man.
you have to drink up at 2:00.
Yeah, you gotta
At the
before they.
end,
Before
you get about 2:15 TBC. That's it. You're fine after that. So you go around and I say, man, drink up, man. You got a few minutes.
I
Had to go, military cat.
I was a military guy.
Yes, and not just your normal military guy. Not dissing the military at all because you guys do it awesome. But when you're a
out to the
sergeant
troops.
first class or a staff sergeant,
Somebody
in the upper ranks, and you have soldiers there, you're supposed to set the example.
Yeah, you can't be getting drunk.
This dude was straight up saying, I'm going to drink my drink when I want to. I'm going to do it. I'll walk around. I'll come back in 5 minutes. Just please have your drink done. Come back. The boy took about this much of his drink.
Oh, and that.
Man, I need to take your drink right now.
Oh.
Right now. I'll give you 30 seconds. And he says, you know what? I'll do it in 10. And then when I'm done in 10, meet me outside.
What?
Like, and I don't take threats. Like, I'm bad.
You'll accept it, or what do
I'm
you
like,
mean?
oh, you really want to threaten me? I'm not gonna run from it. I'll do that beeline straight to it. I'm
Oh
like,
shit!
I'm gonna see it coming if it's gonna come. I'm not gonna be walking around and have someone hit me in the
Yeah.
back of the head. So
You're gonna be ready.
you're gonna be forced to do it. So he's like, he takes it. He starts counting out loud, showing off in front of his soldier. 10, 9, 8, and just walking a beeline out the door. So I'm like, okay, I'm just let him walk. 1, and he turns around, and I'm like right there. He's like, and I look at my cooler. I was the manager about saying, he's like, dude, he wants to fight me. He's starting to shoot me. what do you want me to do? He's like, handle business. I was like, okay. So I walk up to him. So you're gonna shoot me? Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Blah, blah, blah. And he swings. I duck under. I slam him. Thank God there was a cop right across the street.
That saw everything.
That saw everything. So I'm on top of him. I was like, oh, I really want to beat the snot out this kid. But there's a
Roadhouse.
cop rolling up right here. I was like, and then he has the nerve to act all innocent. That's what is. The cop's like, we saw everything. We take it
at least.
And then he's like, no, don't press charges. You know, I'm upper rank. Because he's gonna get busted.
Yeah,
he's gonna lose a couple of ranks. He's gonna be all this. And he's like, I'm like, you know what? Back of my mind's like, no, don't do it. Don't press charge. I'm turning out. No, I'm pressing charges.
Yeah.
He said he was gonna shoot me.
Yeah. Once you
keep me from my kids going home.
Yeah. Once you start threatening life,
it's
buddy.
not. You gotta learn somehow.
Yeah. Today you're gonna learn.
You're gonna learn today. Whatever happened to him, don't know, but it's stuff like that you can't take lightly, man.
That's the hard thing about being a bouncer, man. Every night could be different. Well, it is different.
Every night's different,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? It could be a calm night, and then it could be just a wild, crazy graduation party, and you're like, God dang it, man.
Why do these people have to do this?
So when you played that bouncer, then you were really like...
Yeah, I was into it. I mean, it was cool. You know, you do the series first, and then they're like, take a couple of shots. You know, take do. All right, let's have a little bit of fun with it. Okay. Really have fun with it. You know, you don't want me to do that.
I know myself.
I'm like, look, dude, what the hell happened to your forehead? This is what the line, you know. He's like, you know. So now I was like, oh, okay. You know, but it's, if you're gonna act in this world, take everything you learn, every experience, and put it in the file.
For sure.
In your head, because you're gonna need it one day. As far back as you can remember, there's gonna be something. You know, even to that day you lied. I mean, everyone has some acting in them. Because every time when you're little and got in trouble, you're like, no, Mom, it wasn't me.
What are you talking about?
There's no paintbrush behind my back.
So like chocolate came out. You're like,
right? You're like,
Hot Cheetos all over.
Right?
Hot Cheetos.
And you say it's so convincing too. You're like, you start convincing yourself. No, it really wasn't me. I don't know what this is.
And it's good money too, no, right? Like being a bouncer.
It was no, actually.
It's not really good money.
Sucks. You know, on the real, man.
For all that,
like DJs. That's the
DJ, and then
that is the cream of the crop right there. That's where you get paid. Anyone getting in the club business, become a DJ, and then the bartenders.
Yeah.
Because they take care of the people, they get the tips if they're good bartenders.
Did you ever think about being a bartender?
I wanted to be a DJ at one point. Then my hands are just too heavy. And then I wish I would have been a bartender.
I tried being a bartender
because it's just. You can get crazy though. If you got a big club, you're trying to remember 30 drinks at one time.
How do they do that, right?
I don't know. I have some great friends that are bartenders, that are amazing bartenders. I was like, I can't see how you do it.
And then people getting mad because they're like, hold on, bro.
You're like, hang on, she was here first, or he was here first.
She got big tits, dude. I'm sorry.
Right? You're like, see, dude, if you know the right way, tip. You want good service, tip.
Yeah.
It was like, you remember right away.
For sure.
But then, the bouncers, unfortunately, we do the grunt work.
Exactly.
Besides maintenance, we're the worst. You know, we have to pick up somebody if they got beat up, because no bouncers are perfect. You know, you get there when you get it, but if he's bleeding, you're like, oh, please don't have some disease, and you know,
that's
and we have to clean up the mess that the bartender got some too drunk. You know, the music's got them hyped, and they get overhyped. You know,
I've been there.
That'd be me.
you know, everyone's like, yeah. And then you watch the progression of the good innocents. People turn into the Hulk.
Oh
Slowly.
And it is like psychotic. I can kill everybody. I'm gonna be, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Your girlfriend can clip you on the head and you'll pass out. What do you think? And it's just the unfortunate.
I'm telling you, Jerry, you should start writing. Just write, man.
You guys are trying to encourage me to do that. I was like, I'll have to start.
No, honestly.
A recorder or something.
Oh, I'm telling you, but thanks for the confidence in that. It's.
So how was the reception for there's still time or this stuff?
Is it? I don't know.
Timepiece.
Oh, Timepiece did great.
Time.
Yeah.
We had a lot when I put it on the feed. People liked it a lot.
Liked it.
It was the special effects, the twist.
The twist.
I,
They like
I
the
had
twist.
a lot of people like, I didn't expect that ending. We were like, whoa, what the heck? You know? And that was the way, and I think that was kind of the challenge of talking to this dude like, I don't know who you are. I'm just giving you advice. Even though I know I'm talking to my younger self. You don't know me, and they're just like,
It's a beautiful role.
I got a Shutter Island vibe, you know, how like
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, yeah.
that's what I remember.
But it was Timepiece was such fun and challenge, and I think was that his first role ever acting or?
He did a second.
Okay.
Yeah, he did one where he was supposed to be like a robot type of robot.
Okay, so it was
type of Ex Machina type of film.
okay. So he was first time getting deep into a. So it looked like it challenged him a little bit, but overall it worked. You know?
Yeah.
The people,
Got
friends,
feet
like, I love that when that ending. Yeah,
that ending is.
I know. I look. You want to see where it would go. I mean, that's why.
Yeah, it was like we didn't expect that.
I can't nag Carlos because he's not here, but I totally would.
Right, and Carlos, what happened? We gotta do a reboot 2.0.
Yeah. Right.
So for all your fans, man, anything that you want to tell them, follow you on Facebook.
Yes,
Twitter, wherever.
Definitely follow me on Facebook. Twitter, I still never got into it.
Yeah, me neither.
Jerry Walker at Facebook. Instagram
Snapchat.
is Jerry Walker Official. And now, so you guys can be part of it. When you first like it right now on Instagram, I'm barely posting. BBJ Productions, ELP.
Nice.
So I can do a quick plug.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm teaming up with Sun City Fright. We're doing a sci-fi horror convention at the Coliseum, October 23rd,
This year?
24th, and 25th. Yeah, this year.
What are the dates again? October
23rd, 24th, and 25th.
Okay.
That weekend before Halloween.
Oh, perfect.
We're still getting some stuff. Saturday, confirmed we are having a luchador match.
What?
A lucha match. Sorry.
What?
It's going to be the Wolfman versus the Mummies. We've got a couple.
That's actually
It's
awesome.
going to be dope. On Sunday, we're going to do a car show, trunk or treat as
Nice.
well.
Nice.
We're working to get a few people from The Walking Dead to come back to El Paso. So it's going to be fun,
Cool.
man. Y'all be out there, have fun.
Yes. Look out for Jerry Walker out
you
there.
might get a nice teaser later on, email if we get it confirmed. There's going to be a challenge to all you indie filmmakers. So,
Yes.
Okay.
I like to hear that.
So, it's going to be fun. Other than that, keep a lookout.
Jerry
Definitely
Walker.
Texas. Support Tower and all our local indie filmmakers.
Exactly.
Because the more you support, the more that raises their quality, the more that brings the acting network in El Paso higher, represent. So
Nothing but gold right there, man.
let's go with it,
And
Before
then-
we wrap things up, actually, I always have a question I ask at the end. What advice would you give to any inspiring actors that are trying to get into the game?
On top of everything else.
Yeah.
right? The best thing is put in work. Do your homework.
Get out.
Learn the rules. And it's the hardest one is don't get suckered.
Don't get suckered.
A quick quote, don't pay your agents up front.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I
There's
got
a
burned
lot
that
of
way.
those.
And
You do that
You know-
if he gets you something.
right.
Don't up
They get a
front.
percentage, yeah. And there's some people that will take you for the ride because the hunger's real. When you look hungry,
Yeah.
you're more gullible.
Yeah.
So if it looks too good to be true, sometimes
That's actually one of the best advice. For sure, dude.
Yeah,
For
it's-
sure.
And don't be afraid to try your own. There's stuff out there. Actors Access. That's the free sites that have more. Backstage
I gotta
work
write that one
somewhat.
down, man. I didn't even know
But
about that.
I've heard of
Actors
my
Access
casting
is
file
good.
too.
Yeah, casting.
I've heard of it. I don't
Yeah,
really know.
there's some out there that will make you pay.
Yeah.
It goes to that rule about
It does happen.
don't pay. On location casting, $100 a year. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when you got the free ones out there, use it.
Yeah.
Like
if
I
it's
say,
free or $5.
yeah, it's free to be on there just when you have to loop. But Actors Access, definitely those that are really serious about it,
It's a good one.
use it. And you might have to travel. You might have to travel a little bit on your dime.
That's
or
acting, guys. It's not all just
Yeah,
in your
it's-
hometown, dude.
Not till you get to that one beautiful
Yeah.
role.
Exactly.
And even those that are in the big roles now, those B plus, A minus actors, they still have to audition. Don't think because we're here and it's an indie film that you don't have to audition. It's showing that you've got to put your best foot forward because there's lots of us out here trying to do it.
Yep.
And they're going to pick the best one that fits the role they have in mind.
And that's the truth. That's the
And
truth.
that's works,
Yeah.
And-
Okay, and before we end this, De La O.
De La O.
What's the good word of the day?
Okay, wait. Okay, so this one's for you.
Oh, Jerry Walker.
All right. So
Jeopardy.
I'm trying to learn how to screenwrite right now, but the first place you start is scene heading, which I think we all know, but not everybody knows.
Scene heading?
Scene heading. Yeah, it's a dumb one, but
I don't know what scene heading.
What do you mean you don't know what scene heading is?
Well,
You've acted.
Hold on.
Okay, wait a minute. What exactly is the scene?
Yeah,
Because
wait.
there's different versions of that. Like,
Well, like a scene heading in a
starts with-
script The scene heading in the script is just that first slug line that goes in that says like exterior, house, day, night.
Right.
And I mean that's kind of where every script really like starts right now. You can say it starts at the transitions, but I mean as scripts has kind of progressed, we've gotten out of transitions, just leave like the work for the editors. But yeah, scene headings.
That's what that means.
Yes.
Yeah.
Celtics has a little button.
Okay.
Celtics has a button.
That's why. That's why I know. It's like,
But that's true. It's like it says it does fit the mood. That gets us okay. Interior house, night, lighting's dim.
Yeah.
Gun laying on the table. So you're like, oh crap, what the hell am I getting myself into?
Oh,
And
man.
then you gotta.
No, the best scripts I've seen are the ones that can really put you in that mood where I mean you feel like you're there, you feel like you're watching.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And that's important for all you writers out there. And like I said about the horror movie, I want to feel. You have to make that scene set to draw. Before the acting, you got to draw the audience in.
Yeah.
And then to me, it sounds weird as an actor. Our performance, helps sells it. But the scene set, everything in there. The story that pulls that person in.
Yeah, it's key for sure.
No, we've talked. I mean, on multiple episodes, just kind of learning how every single piece of production, from the little things like set design to acting to camera to directing. I mean, it's all that coming together that makes a great like masterpiece at the end. And I mean, it goes with the crew. Like you said earlier, be nice to your the people you work with. Be kind, be generous. So that way, you keep a positive vibe going on,
Right, and always learn. Always learn.
Yeah, definitely.
So that was the good word of the day.
That was a good one.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Decent.
What about the non-film related one?
Non-film related one? Oh, man. I was...
A head scratcher. Come on.
Hey, PG-13.
PG-13. Dang it.
Right?
It's because
No grapefruiting.
the law over here is a wordsmith over here, so I kind of like to pick his brain sometimes.
I learned one the other day that was basically a synonym for consciousness, and I thought it was really good, but I lost... Wait. I carry a trusty notebook.
No way.
I swear that there's probably a word in here.
I'm telling you, man.
Y'all can't see this. He actually has a handy.
Yeah.
I
He
have to have a handy
He's
note.
the MacGyver of the group.
Right, blues.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys, man.
Ah, man. Wait.
No pressure, man.
Don't worry,
You just got
there's-
5
I know. I'm
seconds.
hyped. I want to see this.
Ah, man. I didn't keep...
Oh, come on. Don't let me down, man.
I can't
I'm
let
first
you down.
time on your
That's
couch.
the gooks.
and it's like,
Oh, man.
So it was a...
I got one I haven't used, I think. It's absquatulate.
You have used it.
I have?
I remember that was for the reunion. The right. Yeah.
Okay.
that sounds like a workout for Sasquatchers.
Well, in case you didn't know, absquatulate is when you abruptly leave from a location.
Oh, you mean just like this? No,
It was crazy.
I love that.
Yeah, Squatchley.
Right, it's exit stage left.
Someone's scratching my butt.
that's good stuff. They'll just
There
next
it
week
goes.
Thank you.
get better.
All right.
So next
I'll
time I get on the
try.
couch, I expect a big notebook with some really
Exactly.
cool words.
I mean, it'll be there.
All right, Juan.
What's up? I guess that wraps it up, you guys. Thank you so much for
Jerry
joining us.
Walker.
Jerry Walker.
Thank you.
What a pleasure, man. What a
New
pleasure.
mark on my to-do list, my first podcast. That's awesome, man.
Please
Thank
do
you
so,
guys.
man. Please
But
do
look
so.
out for his films, his future book. You know.
You got lots of time with that
man.
future book.
Honestly, man.
hopefully,
The entrepreneur.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
definitely got out there. Check out Sci-Fi, this Sun City Fright Night coming up.
Ooh.
So
It was an honor, man. Honestly,
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you so
So
much,
much.
man.
Thank
Hopefully,
you for having
hopefully we
me,
see you on a
guys.
set someday, man.
yeah, can't wait for the next one. Tower, just hit me up. I got you.
Thank you guys for
Good
staying
time.
tuned. Hope it was a good show.
To our
Hit that like
YouTube
button.
to our YouTube watchers and our Spotify listeners, thank you so much for supporting the TowerCast podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe to us, and keep writing your scripts, keep acting. Don't give up on those auditions, man. And we love you.
Keep
you
your
guys.
dreams.
No problem. Keep
Remember,
your dreams going.
Do your dreams.
Yes, sir. Thank
See
you
you
guys.
guys later.